For the longest time, software support has felt like, well, like an afterthought. It's something you have to go hunt for after you're already stuck and frustrated. But that whole way of thinking is getting completely flipped on its head. Today, we're going to deconstruct how help is changing from this reactive chore into a proactive, super intelligent expert that actually lives right there inside your application. All right, let's get into it.
First up, let's talk about a moment that I'm sure we've all had, especially if you work with complex, powerful software. It's that help moment. That feeling when you're in the middle of something important and your workflow just comes to a screeching halt. So, picture this. You're on a deadline. You are in the zone, making real progress. Maybe you're an admin. You're setting up a new feature. Things are clicking. You're feeling good. And then, bam, out of nowhere.
You hit a wall. In this case, it's one of those classic error messages. You have reached the maximum number of custom fields allowed. Ugh, it's a governor limit. All your momentum is just gone. And now you're stuck having to figure out what this even means and how in the world you're supposed to fix it. That right there, that's the universal pain point we're here to solve.
But what if, in that exact moment of frustration, the solution didn't require a search? What if it just appeared? This is where we meet the hero of our story today, the in-app help agent.
So the magic here is all about the timing. This agent doesn't just sit there waiting for you to get annoyed enough to open a new browser tab and start searching through help docs. No, it sees that you've hit that org limit, and it proactively pops up with recommended actions right there, right in the flow of your work. It's anticipating what you need before you even have to ask.
And here's where it gets really powerful. This agent isn't just a fancy search bar. It's a co-pilot. It offers to perform what it calls automated org actions. What does that mean? It means it can actually increase the limit for you with your permission. This is a huge leap. We're going from simple guidance to direct in-app resolution. It's all about empowerment. On top of that, the agent is incredibly smart and context-aware. So let's say you're a brand new admin and you're exploring a feature like Data Cloud for the first time. The agent recognizes who you are and what you're doing, and it provides customized recommendations to get you started. It's like having a senior expert sitting right there with you, giving you personalized advice. So this all looks and sounds amazing, right? But how does it actually work? How can it deliver this kind of personalized, powerful help and, most importantly, do it securely? All right, let's pop the hood and take a look at the architecture. This is probably the most critical question for any piece of enterprise software. I mean, if this agent is going to take action on your behalf, it needs to know who you are with absolute certainty. And it has to do it without creating any kind of security risk.
Well, the answer is a really clever industry-standard method, using something called a JSON Web Token, or JWT for short. The easiest way to think about it is like a temporary, single-use key card for your work session. Instead of using your main login credentials over and over, the system generates this unique, secure token that's only good for a short time. It confirms it's you without ever exposing your actual password.
Now, this approach has some huge benefits. It hooks right into existing systems, which is great, but the real game changer is what's called just-in-time access. This means you don't need a separate account or a special login for the help system. The moment you need help, it authenticates you as a trusted user on the fly. This is massive, especially in situations like mergers, where you have whole new teams who need support from day one.
Okay, but that's for a standard setup. What about customers with the absolute highest security needs out there, like government agencies? How can you possibly have one solution that works for both a commercial business and a super secure government cloud? The solution is a really smart architecture they call a digital walled garden. Basically, it creates a hard digital boundary, a total separation between the commercial and government cloud environments. All the data, all the agent logic, every single support interaction for government clients, it all stays completely inside their own secure garden. Nothing ever crosses that line, which ensures total data separation.
And that separation goes all the way down to the AI models that power the agent. The commercial cloud uses OpenAI's models, but the government cloud uses Anthropic. This is done specifically to make sure there's absolutely no third-party system exposure, which is a must-have to meet those incredibly strict security and compliance standards.
So we've seen the vision, and we've peeked under the hood at the tech. Now, let's get practical. How does something this cool actually become a real-world product that people can use? Let's look at the plan. So the rollout is very deliberate and it happens in phases.
It all kicks off with a controlled pilot program in August of 2025. Then at Dreamforce, the first phase of the core help agent becomes available. After that, they'll pilot an even more advanced version later in the year, leading up to a full rollout in the spring of 2026. This lets the team learn and iterate at every single step.
And you know, building something this ambitious is not easy. There are some serious real-world challenges the teams are tackling. For instance, they're solving for the complexity of users who manage multiple different orgs. They're making sure your help session stays active and seamless as you click around the app. And of course, they have to ensure the whole system performs perfectly under the load of thousands of people using it at once. This is the tough engineering that makes the magic happen.
Okay, now let's zoom out for a second, because an agent like this, it's about more than just closing support tickets faster. This really represents a strategic shift with a much, much bigger impact. I mean, think about a super complex process like a merger or an acquisition. Normally, integrating a whole new company's systems and users is a nightmare, full of access roadblocks. But by having help always start from inside the app, you get rid of so many of those blockers. New users can get authenticated, context-aware support on day one. That can dramatically speed up the entire M&A process.
And this all rolls up into a new core strategy, a new way of thinking called agent-first enablement. The idea here is that the main way you teach users, solve their problems, and make them successful is no longer a static manual or a training course. It's this intelligent, context-aware agent that's always there, guiding them to the best possible outcome.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. We started this whole conversation with a moment of pure frustration, that error message blocking your work. And we've ended with a vision of software that isn't just a tool, but a true partner in your success. So the question we're left with isn't just about getting better help, it's about fundamentally changing our expectations. What if your software always knew exactly how to help you succeed?